There's a gazillion ways to take profits, but I'm going to show you the easiest method that I use. And for beginners, this is very often the safest way to take profits. So you'll notice here that I have a cross where my 5 EMA crossed my 20 EMA. Here, my 50 EMA. Here, my 5 EMA crosses my 200 EMA. So you'll notice that when there's a cross, very often there's a dip. What you want to look for is confluence. Let me show you. So here, you'll notice that in my stochastic RSI, we went from overbought in the box and we're not yet oversold, and at the same time in the RSI we're below the 50 line and pointing downwards, and in the MACD there's a cross to the downside, and after that we've noticed in the histogram that we were in a downtrend as well. So this shows that there's confluence and it would have been a good time to take profits. Now the same thing happened here. Once more, in the stochastic RSI, we went from overbought into the box. In the RSI, we're below the 50 line and it's pointing downwards. And in the MACD, we got a cross and we're below the 0 line. So once more here, I have more confluence. But here, you'll notice that I didn't have confluence very much. I mean, we went from oversold into the box. We didn't go into the overbought. So that's not really something I would count. Here we're below the 50 line in the RSI and we're below the 0 line in the MACD, but there's no cross to the downside. So not much confluence, but the 5 EMA had crossed the 200 EMA, which is also another bearish sign. So if you add it all up, you had two crosses with confluence, and then you had a bearish sign of the cross after that followed. So a good place to sell, obviously, is when you get confluence. So I'm talking about, here and here, right? So if you would have seen these signals, you would have known that it was time to sell. Now there's another method also that you can do. I'll show you in this example, going back to Solano. You'll notice at one point everything was bullish. All my EMAs are in the correct order, pointing upwards. So I could have said, well, I'm not gonna sell until I cross the 100 EMA or the 200 EMA. In this scenario, everything played out well on the 200 EMA. But overall, crosses, confluence, or your big EMAs. That's when you want to take profits. Thanks for watching.